broadcasting live from our studio in Appleton, Wisconsin. You're tuned into Fox Cities Core on WCZR Code Zero Radio. We're the show that gives you an opportunity to call in and be a part of the show. Our call-in line is 920-358-0795. Core. Welcome to Fox Cities Core on WCZR Code Zero Radio for the earliest core ever. It is 2:11 in the morning.
Yes.
And I'm joined by a special guest co-host. We had a great conversation that wasn't recorded at all. It's Crazy Todd.
Todd.
Good morning.
Todd's going to help me ask questions. We're going to talk to Todd a little bit, too, about the Fox Cities Live and some of the different things he's done as well. So this is kind of nice, and the cool thing about this is we're kind of getting the mix in conversations. Of course, Charlie and Collin from Modern Haunting, welcome back.
Corn dog.
I've ever told the story about Corn Dog over on here.
Oh my god.
I was there was a band I was running sound for that was like so interested. I can't remember what name it was, but they were so insistent on like giving themselves a nickname or something like that, lead singer. So I went, I was like, that's so stupid. I hate that. I was like, as a joke, I was like, I'm going to start nicknaming myself Corn Dog for no good reason. And then the problem is it caught on really bad. Every time I see Todd, every time I see Eric
I don't know who Collin is.
It's a Joe Schmo, some loser.
After midnight, he's Corn Dog.
But I finally figured out what it means, though, is after giving myself the nickname, is that what does a corn dog have in it? A hot dog. And what do I have in me? That dog.
Oh, my God.
You know, the nicknames are kind of interesting because then we've got Chuck.
Yeah.
Of course, Melissa Freeman. And like I thought her name was Chuck for a long time. I'd call her Chuck. Mm-hmm. And then I think I heard somebody else say Melissa. I'm like, oh, you know, it kind of clicked.
Oh, I don't call her Melissa.
You call her Chuck?
Only Chuck.
Interesting. See, I moved to Melissa after I heard Daisy from one call. I was talking to him, and he's like, you mean Melissa? I'm like, oh, does she go by Melissa? He's like, well, that's what she told me her name is. And I'm like, okay.
So do you know why she went with the nickname?
Something about school, right?
Because she was a school teacher in the local. Yeah, so she didn't want to have an online, presence, and then like kids that she teaches be kind of finding her and see what she's up to in her private time.
So she kind of gave herself a stage name.
Yeah, exactly. Nice. Yep, that's how that all started.
I love like stage nicknames because I mean like we just love joking on Thomas all the time. Is we always give him something.
What was he last week?
Last week at the Wood Villers show, I called him Thomas.
Is it the Polish cannon?
The Polish cannon Killian, which like not Polish. So I don't know where it came from.
I like Thomas the Calypso Kid Killian.
That was when he played with Carlo for the last tour, the summer send-off tour. 50 years of music.
Guy.
So Thomas has Todd. You're gonna have to play Thomas's normal part here.
The stoic nature of Thomas.
Oh man! So do you like the nickname Corn Dog?
It's pretty funny.
He came up with it.
It's pretty funny, especially once I came up with the that dog bit. There's a video of me. Oh, it was a solo show. I played GB UFO like a while ago. It was like a solo thing with my friend Aaron Bernhardt and Morgan Piontek. And whose phone is on, Todd? Jeez, what kind of host?
I'm fired.
Now accepting call-ins and
text. Does it say?
No, I got a corn dog message. Is what it was.
Is that what it is? Oh, Herm. Oh,
I don't want to know what a 2 a.m. corn dog message is.
But there's a video floating around that Tom Smith took of everyone in the room chanting "corn dog, corn dog, really corn," and then Jacob, a buddy of ours, just shouted 5 more years of corn dog. I was like, I could maybe do 5 more minutes. I don't.
Beautiful.
Yeah. You're beautiful, Todd.
No, you guys.
It's a joy seeing you.
I think you guys are the first repeat in the new space here. We've been here a
month,
month, and
yeah.
You guys are the first two Peters.
Two Peters.
Pete and repeat over here.
There it is. We're out in a boat.
Nicknames.
One fell off. Who was left?
And I've actually had a moment of fear. I was talking to Todd at one point, and then all of a sudden I thought, you guys said you're en route. And I'm like, oh no, are they going to my house?
No.
No.
Then I remembered, oh yeah, you guys have been here before,
Yep.
so I didn't
Here's
have to
the
worry
thing.
about that.
Here's the thing.
pictured,
I have
like,
a story about that.
Oh, yeah.
About the last time I was
Yeah.
here.
This
I'm
is-
not blaming anybody in this room, but I left from that interview, and I think we went to Fox River
We went to
House
Fox
to
River House
see hi to Rob and Kate from Before
Hang out
Dawn.
with Rob and Kate.
And then, we just, we're having fun. And then it's like, all right, it's time to go home. And I'm on the highway heading back. And what have you guys been seeing on that highway? A lot of deer. I didn't hit a deer. The car in front of me hit a deer. And then I hit that car because
Yep.
I was trying to get into the other lane, but there was another car in there. I totaled my car. I spun out. I got hit in I hit the front, passenger side. I spun out. Somebody hit my back, and so I was just stranded on the side of the road. And Charlie texted me, "Hey, traffic's backed up a little bit here. You doing okay?" I was like,
And then I
Yeah.
drove past, and I'm like,
I'm the
oh, no.
traffic.
Yeah.
"I'm the traffic." They had to push my car out of the way, but I got a really cool photo out of it.
It's a really good photo.
yeah.
So
And Charlie was there to give you a ride.
Yeah,
He-
we had a
it
nice
was
ride
perfect.
home. We had a really nice ride home.
Yeah.
We stopped at Quick Trip, and then Wheeze Fest was a success the next day.
Exactly.
So, is that for insurance purposes? Do you get blamed for that since you hit the other car?
Actually, I was deemed not at fault for that one.
Okay, good.
It was the car in front of me who hit the deer. I believe that was the one labeled at fault.
Yeah, still though, I always think that personally, when we do these shows in the winter, I always get nervous if there's snow and people are coming to my house because I'm like, I fear stuff like that,
Yeah.
and then it's
Yeah.
like I would feel like if something would happen to you, I would have felt
Oh, right.
responsible.
As I
and
said,
guilty.
it's nobody in this room's fault. It's not even. I wouldn't even say it was the person on the road's fault. It's these deer have been insane. So everyone
They're
looked.
crazy.
I texted Charlie and I texted you when we were I texted Charlie and he texted you when we were en route. But
Yeah.
I was like, it's gonna take me an extra probably 15, 20 minutes just because I was going so slow. I just wanted to be safe.
But you know what? It was a beautiful drive down. It's so
nice.
hot out there still. It's like
But you got the right tunes
Summer
on.
night,
What were
yeah.
you listening to on the way, Charlie?
I was listening to Rob Zombie because I'm trying to
Nice.
learn the words for a Rob Zombie song
Oh, that's cool.
for a top secret thing.
Aaron said, "Rest in peace, your car."
Rest in peace. That one never had a name. I got that car for free. Actually, I got it a long time ago. An ex-girlfriend of mine got a new car, and her basically was like, "Do you just want this?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then we broke up 6 months later, but I got to keep the car.
Classic.
So I was like, it lived a good life.
You guys have obviously run into Todd a lot at Appleton Beer Factory
Yes,
and in
sir.
various places. Todd, do you have any Modern Haunting shows recorded yet?
Oh, of course, yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately,
Do you have the song Body Horror recorded yet from one of their sets? Do you know offhand?
I don't think so because we've only played it twice in the last couple weeks.
yeah, one at a coffee shop.
Neither of them were in town either.
Yeah.
Is that song hard to play live because there's a digital sound to it? I like the guitar. That's cool. But the rest of it sounds like it might be a little difficult to pull off live unless you're using pre-recorded.
Yeah, so it's interesting because this summer, most of our shows up until for the next month and a half at least, we're actually doing a 2-piece setup, and I'm doing a solo set next week. But so it's very much electronic oriented, sequencers and different devices and lots of things to plug in. So it really benefits that song actually because I
I was gonna
just
say that song's perfect for that setup.
threw all the samples in there and we can get pretty weird with it. But yeah, actually it's weird because we have that setup now where I'm not playing any bass for the first time. It's all synth and bass synth and pressing buttons.
Yeah, we talked about that in Milwaukee where we're it should only be one trip from the car to the venue.
Yeah.
Anything more than that, and you're playing drums. And I'm on playing drums.
That was a cool show too because we did that with that was at Last Rites in Milwaukee and it was with Before Dawn, who my favorite band in the
Love
world.
them.
Lavish Waste,
Yep.
who will be up here on Friday at UFO Museum. I'm opening up for them, and then Bob Higgins, who's
Yeah.
just unreal.
They're so silly. They're one of my favorite bands.
But yeah, there were no drummers that night, and
No
it was
drum.
kind of a cool vibe. It was really fun.
Last Rites is a fun little venue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just so that one, and we've kind of reworked a lot of the other songs to be sort of that vibe too. So if you see Modern Haunting in the next month and a half or so, it's going to be really different, but really cool.
Different as in I forgot how to play all the guitar parts, so I've been just making it up.
Yeah.
But that's
much.
par for the course.
So Body Horror, of course, was written about your stomach issue.
Yeah.
You posted if people added it to a playlist, you would send them. And you said I was the third one.
A picture of your scar.
I quickly, of course, added it to a playlist and took the screenshot or the picture and sent it. And you sent me the picture within a minute probably.
He's always waiting for those. He's looking for any excuse to show off that scar.
I mean, look, if you gotta find something positive about that situation, and my positive thing is I have a really gnarly scar. How would you saw it, Andy? How would you rate it?
I felt satisfied when I saw it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Like, I mean, it pretty gnarly. It definitely looks like you see that and it makes you hurt right away.
Yeah.
And then you get really like thankful for modern technology and doctors and things like that.
Yeah.
Because if this was like 1880, you'd probably be dead.
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
Well, but I don't know if they had ibuprofen back then, so maybe the issue wouldn't have even happened.
Exactly.
Who knows?
It was caused by ibuprofen?
Yeah, I took too much ibuprofen and it gave me an ulcer, and I didn't know that
Isn't
I
that
had
crazy?
an ulcer. So I was just like,
Probably was shoveling it, to be fair.
yeah,
Like,
I was,
yeah.
I had other issues causing me pain.
Yeah.
But then, like, I was just like not taking care of it, and I woke up one night in severe pain, and I went to the ER, and they were like, "Hey, there's a hole in your stomach," and I was like, "Well, that's cool." And then
It's really funny, but also not that happened. Also, was that the day that we did the Carlo tribute set at the open mic?
yes,
We did a Carlo Champagne tribute set at an open mic at the Porch in De Pere.
and we ate spicy pizza.
Yeah.
That's probably what did me in, was
Like-
the spicy toppers pizza.
And
yeah, there it is.
That's it.
There it
Hey,
is.
yeah, now everybody watching has to
second.
pre-save
Yeah,
it.
they gotta
Legally
put the
have to
song
put
on
it
the playlist.
You now have to put it on the playlist.
Legally speaking.
Yeah, this is a binding contract. The artwork for that is also really cool.
Yeah.
The album art.
Yeah, your partner Kim did
Yeah,
that.
K Rimmel Tattoos on Instagram, a
Very
tattoo
talented.
artist. Love of my life.
Yep.
What a sweetie.
But yeah, it was wild because I got cut open and I was in the hospital, and like it was probably 8 hours after the surgery. Like a nurse came in and was like, "All right, we got to get you up." And I was like, "What do you mean get me up?" And she was like, "You got to get up and try to walk." And like, of course, those are all the muscles you use to like
Sit up.
exist. Yeah. So like that's where like in the song that it's time to move your body. That's like
Yeah.
what
Time to
that's
move your
kind of
body.
yeah.
Body.
That's how I felt at the time. And then I did it, and it hurt so bad. But then I was like, okay, well now I'm going to try to walk further next time. And I got to the point where I could walk a whole lap around the floor.
Nice.
So I was very proud of myself.
I was proud of you.
Yeah.
And I think when that was happening, I talked to you, Collin. You told me about it up at the tracks. You were
That's
doing
right.
a show up there,
Yeah,
and
because I was helping out running sound for the Carlo Christmas show with Horace Green.
you're playing with.
Oh, that was Royal Blue.
yeah, you
It
were
was
playing
in
with
AAC. Yeah.
AAC. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, so really, it's nice that you bounced back as quick
Yeah.
as you did, because that, as people saw, was
Yeah. I don't know. Got a good song out of it, I think.
That's all I'm saying.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, and a cool
At
scar.
the end of the day,
At
and
the
a
end
cool
of the
scar.
day.
yeah. So the Appleton Beer Factory, you do a lot of sound there, and
Yes.
obviously, did tapers bother you when people are there to record and they're like
No,
setting up
I
their
love-
recorders over by the big brewery vats, whatever those are called?
For the longest time, like every time I would be at a show, because you guys, Dan Garrett's out of Green Bay,
Oh, what a guy.
also like recording a bunch of shows. I just love anybody who's like just trying to capture these moments, and like, because I'm I'm a very much somebody I'm very in love with live music, like especially being in that space and the energy of it all. And like, yeah, you have your recorded versions, but like there's a very big thing with Modern Haunting where it's like the live version and the recorded versions are like kind of two different things. So like you can do different stuff live, and just like being able to capture those moments is like something really cool. So anytime anyone comes up to me is like, hey, you want to put a recorder in, or do you have an extra aux out that I can get a mix of? I was like, I'm more than happy to do it. We do it at the your Good Fest, I actually have to send off some mixes and some stems to the artist that played that. But yeah, we always try to capture as much as we can.
But especially for like Modern Haunting, like you said, you're gonna have some duo kind of versions, and they're gonna be a different version of the song.
Yep.
So we have one recorded studio version, but now you've got, and I know when I've seen you, there's been different lineups.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it always comes off a little different. Each one of those shows, they're very unique, and all your other projects as well.
Sure enough. We did a breakcore project today. Well, yesterday. Yeah.
You played at GBUFO
Yeah,
in the last 12 hours, right?
Yeah, before Dawn and Bimbo.
Oh, Bimbo.
Bimbo was really good. Yeah,
Certified
out of
bimbologist.
Marquette, Michigan. Fantastic. Yeah, but like I remember Tom Smith originally asked you if Modern Haunting could do it.
He asked me, and I had something in my calendar that I thought you had a gig that day. So I was like, I can't do it.
I think I was supposed to still be in the forest.
That's what it was. Yeah, and then I was like, I can't do it. And then you were like, I can do it. And then
Yeah, because Tom Smith asked me if I could do it.
And then you asked me, and I was like, don't. I said we can't do
It was so funny because, like, I was like, because, you, me, and our friend Tom Zwicker, who's in Ramona and the Flower and Nostalgic, has like this cool guitar synth setup.
It's wacky.
That's really wacky. And then you played like a bass synth thing, and I played live drums, and we were like, all right, we're just gonna do some like weird breakcore jungle drum and bass live stuff.
Probably the first and last time.
Yeah,
well, hopefully not last time.
A one-off, yeah.
Yeah.
Was Dan?
Dan was there.
Dan Gurr was there videoing.
Dan Gurr,
See?
baby.
Then even if it is the only one time, someone was there to capture it, and that's what matters.
His daughter cuts my hair. She
That's
does a really good job.
That's true.
Nice.
Have you been in a situation, Todd, where you have been denied? You've asked the sound guy to patch in, and they just say no, or the artist maybe requested beforehand not to let tapers tape?
Well, it has happened. It's very rare, and the funniest one is Marty Paschke. So back,
Really?
have I told you this story before? Yeah. So this would have been early '90s. So Marty Paschke's alt rock band, grunge rock band at the time. Now they're called Leading the Blind.
Oh, okay.
Back then they were called Blind.
Just one. Okay.
And I would go and see them at Appleton venues, wherever they were playing. They were like my favorite local band, and they only reunited because I begged them.
Sure.
So Leading the Blind only exists.
Well, we
because I
know
begged.
something about that. We're like, please, please, please.
So I went up to Marty at a show and asked him if I could record, and he said no. And I've recorded without permission before. I don't want to get myself in trouble here at some shows, but
it was all Modern Haunting shows. We told you, don't you dare.
Hermie just said you're a troublemaker.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe. So anyway, I respected what he said, and I didn't record. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty mad at myself because it wasn't long after where it was pretty sparse to see that they weren't playing shows much anymore. And there's a lot of stuff. Now, since his dad has given me stuff to put in the archives, so I have some cool old Blind recordings, but that was one case where I'm like, man, I love this band, and he said no, I can't believe this. And now we're really, really good friends. And
I love that.
And you can hold that over his head forever now.
Oh, I do. I do remind him of that quite often.
Love that.
Collin, have you said no to anybody, or any artists have told you not to?
I've never had an artist tell me not to. Most of the time, honestly, they're just happy that somebody is doing it, because a lot of times I think I send them your way because they're doing their own multi-tracks, and I was like, well, we also have a guy who does, like, gets to you from the crowd, yeah.
Collin, were you running sound for the band Feel that night, or were you there that night? That was Corey?
That was Corey.
Okay, so there was a weird situation, Andy, at that show.
Really?
So typically when it's a sort of a bigger band that Mark would have in, I tell Mark, ask these guys when they're loading in and stuff, just ahead of time. Go ahead and ask them, because I might not get there till just about showtime or something. So I always assume that he asked. And he did not ask, but so they had their own sound guy with that night.
Yeah.
I don't know if Corey had mentioned what had happened. So I set up, like with a minute to spare before the opener started. I got there late.
Was it Candy Cigarette, right?
Yeah, Candy Cigarette
cool.
opened that night. Yep. So so I was setting up real quick and started it, and their sound guy was standing right back behind the half wall by the tanks, watching me do it. Never said a word to me.
Yeah.
And then Candy Cigarette played and everything, and then Van Fields started, and I was kind of standing right up by the stage there, and I can go easily check on audio and video and so forth. And I look over, and he is playing with my equipment, and he shut it down like during the show, and it was, I don't know, 3-4 songs in or something like that. And I just went over, I'm like,
why are you touching my stuff?
Yeah.
Can I help you? Like, is this your stuff? And I'm like, well, I know you watched me set it up.
Right.
So but, he was being coy about that, I guess. And I'm like, well, didn't Mark ask you? And he's like, well, no. And I'm like, oh, I apologize. I'm like, if I knew he wouldn't have asked, I would have asked. I had no problem asking.
Mm-hmm.
So then he, once he realized it was, I give Mark copies of everything. Mark's always so excited about the bands he gets in and stuff, and he loves to have it for his own personal use, and he's always listening to shows in his truck and stuff. So I burn him everything on CD because he's got a CD player in his truck. And so then the guy let me restart it all. But
dude, I'm gonna tell you, sound guys will do anything except have a conversation. Dude, it's wild. That's half the reason I started running sound is because I was like playing shows and I was like getting every worst sound guy imaginable. And I'm like, this can't be that hard, can it? And it's not. It's anybody could be a sound guy. Just do it. Put me out of a job, please. I'm sick of it. No,
let it out. It's 2 in the morning, Collin. Let it out. Let's get real.
I got tinnitus. I got a bum lip. I got a scratch on my left cornea. Secrets.
Let it out. Let's let out the hard truths. It's the middle of the night.
Hard truth.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Ask us the tough questions, Andy. We're ready for it.
Andy, give us a curveball.
All right, if you had to kick out one of the members of Modern Haunting, who would it be? Well, no, besides.
No, you actually.
I would kick myself out.
Yeah, we've been talking about this.
The ultimate grift, I think, is if we can replace every member in all of our bands with other people, and then we can just
retire,
have a nice weekend where we just relax,
go
and
fishing,
play video games, and go fishing.
We just want to go fishing.
Oh my God, for once.
Yeah, please.
So that would kind of be like what Kiss wants to do, right? Like
they're gonna be holograms, I think, aren't they?
Yeah, holograms, but they're also like they're talking about licensing like their images.
So there'll be a band touring as Kiss, and they'll just have to pay a portion to the real Kiss members.
Collin,
what? That's
let's
a really
be in
good.
Kiss.
So
oh my God, a Kiss fest.
So Aaron said, I learned the basics of running sound by running it at Kitsune Con.
Oh, Kitsune Con, yeah.
The anime convention.
Yep, in Green Bay.
I want Wheeze Fest to play at the anime
Apparently
convention.
because of Aaron, we haven't in the Wheeze Fest playing the anime convention in Green Bay.
I don't know what the through line is, but I feel like between anime fans and Weezer fans, the Venn diagram is very...
I'm going to get that Miku pedal and just instead of singing, I'm just going to play it all on guitar.
Yeah.
You guys see that the framed thing behind you, right?
Oh yeah, Fish.
Can't knock the hustle.
What'd you say? Can't fight the hustle. Can't fight the hustle. I love that song.
It's coming. I just listened to that song for the first time in a while the other day, and it holds up.
I was looking at that the list of songs that people are picking for Lisa. There's a lot of deep cuts on there.
Are you getting a lot of people picking songs for you on there?
Yeah, pretty solid amount. I know that the number one contender right now is Beverly Hills.
But
however,
you said you hate playing that song.
But because here's the interesting thing, Andy, and I didn't even consider this. Well, there is right now 1 or 2 votes for specifically not Beverly Hills.
Yep. So they cancel out.
It all cancels out.
If they both win,
we can't do it.
I think I don't know what we do at that point.
Hang 10 will come and play it.
I love Hang 10.
Yeah,
we saw Maddie.
I thought on air you had basically said that you would not play it.
We played it on the news.
We did play it on the news.
That's it.
We were on the news. They would never do that. Yeah, we did. We did. That's right.
Yeah, they will never play Beverly Hills on the local news.
That was fun. That was a good day.
That was really fun. What was her name? Lisa? I don't know. Shout
The
out
one-
to Local 5 Live.
Yeah, the one lady's name who I don't remember. She was lovely.
I accidentally spilled
Collin
coffee.
spilled coffee and dropped a cup in the middle of
And
like,
I almost broke a
segment.
chair.
Yeah, and you like broke a chair in the middle of a segment, and everyone just like turned and like gave him a
Daggers.
look. It was so funny.
Oh my god. I shouldn't be allowed in like a newsroom.
No, they shouldn't have let us in there while they were doing it. I was like, this is crazy.
I was like, put us in a green room or something.
Had
What
you
is that
slept
side?
before this?
What's that?
Had you
Barely.
slept before this?
Barely.
Yeah, it was early.
Here's an idea. You guys can take it from me if you want. But so, of course, when you're there, they've got the teleprompters. You just start right before they're going to start saying this. Just start reading the teleprompters before they can start reading them.
That is true. I could when they were like interviewing us, I could like see the teleprompter too. Oh, that's really good.
That's awesome.
That would be. I would love that if you guys did that.
Andy, when are you getting a teleprompter?
I really would like one because I like in these situations, like right now when you're tired, it would be good. Because I always
Yeah.
forget to say like beforehand. You always think of stuff you want to ask, and then
Yeah.
Who did we see? King Gizzard the Lizard Wizard uses teleprompters, but in fairness, they have like 30 some albums or something
They
like
played 2.5 hours and they do a different set list every
Yeah.
night. so
Would you
they're allowed
guys
to.
ever use teleprompters? Like, do you actually forget lyrics to your songs?
Collin just usually pulls up. You had somebody hold up your phone for
Yep.
you at Wheeze Fest.
Yep, I did
not
that.
above
I've done
it.
that at a Wood Violet show.
Yeah.
Somebody did it for an original that I like had just finished the lyrics to.
Okay, I don't know how you guys feel. Todd, I'm going to ask you how you feel about this. How do you feel about it when you're at a show and somebody's got and I feel bad saying this because I know Marty probably does this. They've got the
Like
music
the
stand with the
iPad.
tablet. Yeah, the iPad, a tablet on there for the lyrics and the chords and
Who
stuff.
does that?
I said I bet Marty probably has done this.
Marty has photographic memory.
Oh,
Marty,
Really?
Marty, the book for A-Town Unplugged of songs you can request has got to be 1,000 songs.
That's true.
Marty only needs to remember the first word of the song. He can play it on guitar, that doesn't matter. He just needs the first word, and then he can remember the whole song. So if you see Marty get stuck, it's on the first word. And if
Yeah.
he remembers the first word, he'll sing the whole song.
I think I remember that from like a New Year's Eve show or something
it's
like
crazy.
that. There was I can't remember what song it was, but I remember he got tripped up on it. But he's like, "Okay, I got it," and then the rest of it flawless.
The funniest one that just happened at a show, I saw a guy walk up and give him a $20 bill and made a song request. Marty's like, yeah, sorry, we don't know that one. And the guy looks at him like, you just did it like an hour ago. And
Just play it again.
Marty's like, what? So I see him turn to Jer on bass, and Jer's like, he's like, do we know? And Jer's like, yeah, we just did it. And Marty's like, what song is it? So whatever musicians say, whatever, and he's like, oh yeah. So guy gives him the $20, and they start the song.
Yeah.
It's a song that Marty sings.
Oh my god.
So not only did Marty say, well, we don't know it, he sings the song.
Yeah.
He just doesn't know the title. Now, to be fair, Marty doesn't know really the titles to his own songs.
Right.
So
Yeah,
when a lot of times when I make the set list for the bands for the shows, there's some that I won't put the real title to the song. I'll put like a lyric or something that helps Marty remember, what song is that?
Marty, I want to apologize for accusing you of using a tablet. Now,
Yeah.
Erin's been commenting regularly. I've been trying to get her to call him, but like, no. But the comments are coming, and I feel
Okay.
bad. Erin said that 100% use a phone scrolling app and phone attachment for a mic stand. I can't feel bad about it because I have issues with memory.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
Yeah, so, I get it. I get why people would do that.
Oh, for sure.
Also, circling back real quick, if someone gives us $50 to play Beverly Hills, I think we'd do it.
I would do it for, 50. Oh, if you bring us
50 each.
a nice order of mozzarella sticks,
Cooked. They have to be cooked.
they have to be cooked. But if you bring us a basket of mozzarella sticks,
I remember that story.
I think we could work something.
Did I tell the story on here?
We did.
Yeah, okay,
You did.
good. Okay.
Look, here's the thing. Beverly Hills is fine. It's fine, okay?
We're gonna play the Axel F theme actually from Beverly Hills Cop.
I like that song.
That's
a
how
good tune.
rules.
That's like if Modern Haunting was good, actually, is what that song
Has
is.
anybody in this room seen the movie Kung Fury?
No.
It's like a 30-minute short, like Swedish film or something like that. It's like, but it's like the most like action-packed like rock and roll thing ever. The guy's like a cop, but he knows he's like a master of kung fu.
He's like a cool cop.
It's like somebody explained to somebody else the plot of Beverly Hills Cop, but like missed all the plot points, and it was just like, yeah, and then he's like fighting these guys, and then it's like so like it's honestly, it's if Modern Haunting was a movie. Like Modern Haunting music was a movie.
I'm sorry, have you not heard of the film Near Dark, Collin?
Have you not heard of Kung Fury?
No, you're right. I haven't seen it.
We should have watched that before we came here.
I was in bed. I slept really well.
I haven't gone to bed
I
yet.
went to bed because we played that show, and then I went and I had pizza with my parents, and I went home and I went
Where'd
to
you
bed.
get it? Where'd you get it?
Papa Murphy's, baby.
Papa Murphy. Is it still $10 Tuesdays?
It's not even. It's currently Monday, but it was Sunday.
No, it's not the question.
Oh,
They do have their Tuesday special.
It's $12 now.
What is this world coming to?
This is what happens when people like Beverly Hills by Weezer.
This stinks.
It's the butterfly effect.
Oh, I'm disgusted.
Have you guys thought about maybe taking Wheezefest, naming it something else? And then again, Todd, he's tour manager for the Verve Pipe. Have you thought about doing like Verve Pipe Fest and playing Verve Pipe songs?
That's
Corn
the
dog.
problem with running sound for a band is I feel like I can't rip that off.
Hey, Corn Dog, what did you just tell me last night? If it wasn't going to be Weez
Oh,
Fest,
if it wasn't going to be Wheezefest, we were kicking around Cake Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, now you're talking.
Because I played trumpet. Not well, but...
We did part of a Cake song
we did,
one time.
Yeah, one time.
Cake is cool.
Cake is fun.
Aren't they playing at Summerfest?
I think
Is
so.
that a
Yep.
thing?
Next
Friday. Yep.
Cool.
Are you guys going?
I have
Nope.
I have a solo set at the Green Bay UFO Museum.
I think
that
I
night
have work that day.
with System Exclusive from Pasadena. They're really cool.
System exclusive rules.
They're awesome. And they're very sweet. And last time they were here, they covered Party All the Time by Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Which is a fantastic song.
Oh, yeah.
You guys have covered Cher before.
Yeah.
Once or twice.
Are there, any,
that's in the archive.
Nice.
are there any other like deep cut covers that you're? Well, that's not really a deep cut, but I mean it's something you don't hear all the time.
I'm doing one on Friday.
Yeah.
You'll have to come and see.
That was it.
We were kicking around because we retired the Cher cover.
Yep.
I don't know, 6 months ago?
Yep.
We retired the Cher cover. Like, what do we replace it with? We did cover "Call Me" by Blondie a few times. Collin sang that one.
That's a good tune.
We did like a special version of it too, where it felt more like a Modern Haunting song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to do "Sunglasses at Night" by Corey Hart.
That was like one of the first covers we ever did.
"Psycho Killer" was in there.
Yep.
We've done a couple covers.
I really like the. I mean, we don't really do anything special with it, but Wood Violet does "If It Makes You Happy," the Sheryl Crow song.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one.
We did a Strokes cover at Cranky Pat's. That was
we did.
not very good.
No, we biffed that.
We biffed it. I'll admit we biffed it, but it was,
I'm not too big of a man.
It was a long day.
Yeah.
And you're gonna do a Axel Foley
That's it.
cover?
Yeah, I would love to.
or Axel F.
That would be a
Harold
good duo
Faltermeyer?
set.
You are on the horn. with
Hello.
Modern Haunting and Crazy Todd. How are you doing? Oop. Oh, come on. I'm having trouble with my Bluetooth again.
It'll happen.
Oh, here we go.
You are live with Corn Dog.
What about Pinker Tooth? Instead of, like,
The first thing I hear is Corn Dog on that picture.
Whoa. Are you okay?
it's late. Is it past your bedtime?
I
Oh, hi, Aaron.
Oh, it's
worked
Aaron.
today, and I came home, and I passed out,
It'll happen.
and
That'll do.
I just woke up at like 2 a.m.
Surprise!
That
I
sounds
slept
about
from
right.
like 6 p.m. until now.
Did you think you were dreaming for a second when you saw us live at 2 in the morning?
More like a waking nightmare.
Yeah, a nightmare for a second. A bad dream, if you will.
Oh my gosh, Bad Dream by Modern Haunting.
Banger.
Classic.
That could be your next song released on like a Friday the 13th.
That is a song. That was one
Is
of
it?
the first Modern Haunting. We haven't
Yeah.
played it in a long time, but that is a Modern Haunting song, yeah.
We need to play Sad Dreams.
I have it programmed in...
It's a very good song.
I have it programmed in my freaky little box.
I've been saying that we need to write Rad Dreams
Yeah.
because that fits the duo vibe.
We could have done Dad Dreams for
Also-
Father's Day.
Shit, you're right.
Also, I have slight beef with you right now, Charlie.
What?
You took Friday the 13th EP off of Spotify, and now it's gone from like 100 playlists.
It's
from
still
me.
on Bandcamp, and those songs.
I know, but
will,
it's not in my playlist.
Well,
Pay for it.
those songs will rise again
I
in a
paid
new
for it
form.
multiple times.
You will hear those songs again on Spotify. That's all I'm gonna say right now.
We're auctioning the rights to the Friday the 13th EP off at the next Wheeze Fest.
I will give anybody the rights to American Dreaming for free. You can just have that one. I don't want it anymore.
Look, man, if you teach me how to play it,
All right, I will. I'll send you the chords.
Wait.
hell yeah,
Oh,
I
God.
will.
So, comments here. I'm running behind. Herm says, I believe the Cher song was played at Jekyll's at Appleton, wasn't it?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. We
Yes,
did a
because
different version.
technically that was Scotern Haunting and not
Yes.
Modern Haunting.
And he said that Slight Beef would be a good song title. Aaron, what do you think of that?
I think so. I think that would be a good one.
You know who's got good beef?
Ooh.
Arby's. Okay,
Here's the thing.
go off,
All right,
Collin.
They've
guys.
got the meat.
Guys, all right. What's everyone's deal with Arby's? Why does
It's
everyone hate
good.
Arby's? They have the best Diet Coke, first
best
off.
Diet
They have the
Coke.
best Diet Coke. They have the best
Arby's
signature
is so
sauce.
good.
They have the
Yes.
best fries. Their chicken sandwich is really good. Their roast beef and cheddar, classic.
Friendly
On
service.
the onion roll,
Come on.
what's your big
And
deal?
they have an
Have
actual.
you guys had?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Aaron.
Have you guys had the Arby's? You're good. Have you guys had the Arby's like milkshake that they did for summer, like the
The
orange
Jamocha?
one?
the orange
Oh,
cream
the
one?
orange one. No, I
Classic.
didn't. I had the Jamocha shake. That
so
one's a
good.
banger.
It's an
cream is
orange
good.
cream?
Yeah.
it's
Oh, the
really
Jamocha
good.
shake is always a banger.
Fantastic. Yeah, Arby's is good. Everyone get off your high horse. Next question.
So, Aaron or Todd, were either of you guys? I think you were Todd. You were at the Mile of Music, McFlashman's, the unofficial kickoff show.
Yeah.
Or the end of
Or
Mile of
the
Music.
after party.
After
yeah.
party.
Yep. Yeah, with the boys were emceeing.
Well,
Boys.
they weren't, but the
Carlos
Yeah, well,
Champagne
yeah,
and
that's
the
true. Yeah,
Balcony
yeah,
Brothers.
That's true.
It was Carlos Champagne. Yep.
Aaron, have you seen Carlos Champagne?
Oh, I've seen Carlo.
I'm sorry.
Those guys are insane.
Did they ever give Tony or that guy back his dog?
So
Yeah,
here's the
what
thing.
happened to the dog?
We looked into it, and it's I don't know if I'm allowed to go down that rabbit hole on the air, but the dog has been returned, and the $30,000.
Yeah, it has gone into the
fine.
account. Yeah.
We took care of it.
We will say that the dog has been returned
Yes.
to somebody.
Yay!
Good.
To
It's a good dog.
whoever. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Aaron, thank you for calling
Yeah,
in.
thanks for calling
all
in.
the badgering. And Aaron will be
Yeah.
here tomorrow. Well, today, later,
Nice.
like 4 hours, I think, or 5 hours or something.
Oh,
like that.
nice.
Get some sleep.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Doinkus.
I did. I
Okay.
am so awake right
All
now.
right. Good job.
Well, they got coffee here, so.
Yeah, it's good.
Aaron, thank you for calling in.
Oh, good.
and-
I was.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, coffee will be nice and cold for you.
Well, it's a hot day out, so throw it over ice.
Iced coffee.
Yeah. So it's good to talk to you. So Aaron drops off the line. So the the line's open, as they say.
Mine's open.
You nighttime boys out there want to give us a ring?
Yeah, looking for certified nighttime boys only.
Certified nighttime boy.
I think Todd should give Tony a call, see if he's up.
See if he's up.
Oh,
Yeah, we can't keep calling
That'll
him.
go over big.
I mean, we did that last time. So the last time these guys were on, we called, cold called some people.
Yep.
And it was
Yeah.
fun.
My
but-
mom got so mad at me.
Yeah.
Did she really get
Yeah.
mad? Oh my god.
She's like, if you ever do that again,
See,
I'm gonna talk about, like, I'm gonna make up a prescription or something like that I was gonna ask you about. I don't remember exactly.
Okay, so that show, your mom got mad, and then you got in the car.
In a
accident.
car accident.
Yeah, that's.
Classic.
Well, she just got back from an Alaskan cruise, so
Nice.
so she actually might be in better spirits than she
Did
was.
she catch a salmon or something?
No, she caught a case of the good times bug.
Nice.
I don't get the reference, but I'll move on. So Todd, have to ask you this: the after Mile Music after party.
Oh, yeah.
These gentlemen performed with your buddy Luke Schaefer and did that excellent cover, which was great to see.
Dude, that was insane. So the Modest Mouse cover, because Luke asked us if we would back him up, and it was Mike Thompson from Sit Kitty Sit, and we were just trying to figure out the dang key of the song. He was like, "Oh, I do it in half step down." I'm like, "What does that mean? What key are we doing it in?" So Charlie and I were like listening to it. We're like, "Yeah, but this ain't the key."
That was so fun.
And so we're just like, I don't know. We know like the the numbers of the chords. It's like a this 1 5 6 or whatever, and so we just learned that. And they're like, whatever chord he starts on, that's the key it's in, and it went great.
It sounded great. Yeah, it sounded fantastic.
It was fun.
Have you heard him do that cover before?
I have, yeah. Me Like Bees has played that in the past, yeah.
Well, I mean, he's obviously, when they were first coming around, they sounded a lot more like Modest Mouse than they do now. But But he really nailed that. You guys nailed that, especially on short notice.
Yeah.
I think the crowd was eating that up.
Yeah, and when Luke was, Luke had came up and he's like, I'm trying to figure out what we're gonna do Modest Mouse, but he goes, I don't have a band with, So the funny thing is how that all happened that weekend is, they got called in to fill in for Wild Adriatic, and so they came to town, and then their merch guy that they brought with, they're like, well, we don't want to make him sleep on the floor. So Luke calls me. He's like, Todd, can I crash at your place for the weekend so our merch guy can have a bed? And so I'm like, yeah, of course. Yeah, no worries. So he typically does that when they come to town. So then they got their sets in and the band was leaving and he didn't want to go. He's like, well, this is too much fun. This is just an amazing weekend. And
it was a great night.
It did turn out that his sister his half-sister, stepsister, was here with her husband just enjoying Mile of Music.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And they live in Kansas City. So not exactly gets him all the way home, but they kind of offered him a ride, and he's like, do you mind if I stay the rest of the weekend and just stay at your house? I'm like, well, of course.
Of course, dude.
Because every single night, Luke and I are probably about this time of night is when we're starting to think about going to bed.
Yeah.
At this time of night. So, yeah.
I don't know how you guys can do that because
yeah,
I can't do it anymore.
Man, early miles, there used to be house shows like at Ben from Jekyll's. Ben used to have house shows after Mile would end at night. And
I went to some of those when he was over by Appleton Imports.
Yep, yeah.
Living upstairs.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
He was in that upstairs apartment over there. Yeah, there were some crazy ones, early miles. Like,
I love that.
That's when we'd hang out with Pop Goes the Evil was in town, and Lucas fell asleep in a parking lot after leaving Ben's apartment.
We've all done it.
Do you think that this is, I guess, more of a question for Todd, but I don't know when the first Mile of Music was that you guys went to, Collin and Charlie, but I mean, do you think Mile's changed now compared to what it was, back 7-8 years ago?
I mean, it's always different. But I mean, it's I don't know. I don't know how I could put my finger on what's different. I mean, obviously it's shrunk, which COVID had a lot to do with that, and budgets have a lot to do with that, and so forth. It used to be maybe just a little bit more like we had a pretty eclectic stuff. So we had, and now I just think the easiest thing and what works great for them is to get agents, bring them acts from all over. And that works really well. And they, get just awesome, talented people. Whereas those early years when I was on the team with Kurt Kempen, and Kurt's, always still to this day, you don't see him around very often. But he is always, he'll feed me, check out this band, and they're not a band you would have heard, and he's always spot on. But he used to bring in some pretty off-the-wall acts, which is, a lot of those were home runs. So I miss that aspect. But back in those early days, and I was on the Mile team just helping Kurt, I'd have to listen to 600-700 bands because there wasn't a big team of us. Yeah. And we'd have to just rank them and see who we could book and stuff. So that was very, very difficult.
Interesting.
Herm, he said he thinks he saw a corn dog sleeping in a parking lot once.
That happened. That's happened a couple times actually. I slept outside of work a couple times.
The BAMI
for sure.
Awards, the first.
First BAMI Awards. I fell asleep in my car behind Kavarna before I had to go into work, and then woke up to a cop knocking on my window.
I slept in my car at your Good Fest a couple weeks ago because it was too cold out.
It was cold.
Didn't you tell me you fell asleep, or were you just outside when you won? Or
He was outside.
I was outside smoking
Yeah.
because I was like, "There's no way I won Guitarist of the Year, dude. Everyone else is so talented." I was like,
I
I'm
remember
gonna
that
go
story.
smoke. I was like, if I didn't win Sound Guy of the Year, I was like, I ain't winning
But
Guitarist of the Year.
Here's the thing, Colin. That's the most rock and roll thing you could have done.
I
Like,
came like running in.
yeah, everyone's
Dude.
like, he was here. Where did he go?
I got a repeat of that
again.
too at the French Irish EP release show at the Tarleton.
yeah.
Because Manis Brothers were playing, and it was a fantastic
God,
show.
they're so good.
Those guys are great.
So they're working on a new album right now too. So I don't think they want to tour that. So
Yeah.
I think they're going to be back in the area sometime. But
They rule.
yeah, they're like, because I was talking about, I think Home is the name of the song or something like that. If we don't leave now, we'll never make it home. I love that song. And they started to play it while I was like getting a drink at the bar or something like that.
Yeah.
And then Travis comes up. He's like, hey, just so you know, they dedicated this song to you. I was like, yes! And I like, once again, ran up that same aisle. It's always that aisle at the first BAMIs. That's the aisle I ran up when I was throwing up in the bathroom, and I heard what was it? Not Band of the Year. It was Terrified won Song of the Year, and I like ran up that aisle to see you accept the award.
Yeah.
And then I ran back to the bathroom. That's the aisle I ran up when I won Guitarist of the Year, and I ran down when I was outside smoking.
It's
That's
the
the
same
aisle I ran down to see Manis Brothers play Home, and it was God, I love that aisle.
It's a good aisle.
It's a good aisle.
Aaron wants to know if Carlos is playing Mile of Music this year.
I think that they're legally banned.
Yeah, we can't even get a hold of him.
That's the thing.
Well, here's the thing: is like
Skid's gone off the grid.
it was this whole thing where he thought that his phone was bugged, so he buried it in his backyard, and then like he got his home remodeled, and so he forgot about it, that it was back. So he doesn't have a phone, and God bless him, he doesn't know where to get a phone. And yeah, so
there's no chance that they could be reached even to MC the after party again?
We might be able to get one or two of them.
we could get a hold of a couple of them maybe. I think what's his name? I think what's his name?
Robbie?
No, the other guy. Keith McGuire, I think, is available these days.
Keith.
And Vic's out there.
Well, Vic's been doing the Vic Corvette Quartet.
Yeah.
A 3-piece.
It's a 3-piece, but it's...
Because it's cheaper to pay 3 people than 4. But if you tell them it's a quartet, you can bump up the price.
Yeah, and he spells it Cortette.
Quartet, yeah.
Quartet.
Speaking of Carlo and Eric Herm, I was were you guys at the Fox River House show that they played?
That was a beautiful
really
night.
good show, and I was listening to the recording of that, so we can just tying it all back to recording those live shows and why it's a good thing. Is I went back and I listened to those recently. They said a lot of weird stuff.
There was some really good banter on that one. I did listen to that one.
Yeah, there's one where Skid is like talking about his phone. He said he's like, my nephew programmed my phone to recognize my face, but it's not recognizing my face. And he goes, I don't even recognize myself. It's like a blink and you miss it moment.
I don't remember that from that night.
The other one too.
It was. I think Keith had just watched RoboCop right before they played that show, so Keith was talking a lot about RoboCop.
Is Keith's other note about, he's like, so here's the deal, right? You buy the computer. And he goes, Windows 95, it's as close to 100 as they ever got. And it's like, brother, Windows 98 was right there the whole time.
Those guys have fun up there. You can tell they have
Bless
fun.
them.
Maybe someday we'll get them back up there.
Yeah.
All right, so Crazy Todd, you are
I gotta follow that.
you are half of Fox Cities Live. We had the other half.
Yeah,
Eric.
it is Eric's baby.
When did Eric pull you into it? Was it just too hard for Eric to cover all the shows, and you guys figured that
Yeah, just at some point. I mean, we're always at all the shows. We were already trading all our recordings. Just so it's like off-site backup, right? You keep them, I keep them, everything. And then it's just he's got a job, I got a job. We can't hit every show, so he just give me rights to post, so I can post pictures and what's going on. But yeah, I mean it's Eric's baby. He's posting the weekly post, telling you all the local shows and everything like that. I've done it, I think.
Has anybody ever messaged the Fox City Live page trying to talk kind of a little sultry to Eric, and then you just respond back as Eric?
I haven't impersonated Eric at all with those, but yeah, I mean it's been
not
really
with that attitude.
Yeah,
It's 2 a.m. Anything goes.
Anything happens. You up?
yeah. No, come on now. Trish is really nice. We can't be
She's
pawning
sweet.
her off on other people.
Yeah.
But bands reach out to Eric and have him do some sort of post about their shows and stuff, and they'll.
Well, I'm sure if they see some of the pictures, like we're talking to Eric about the picture he took of you, Collin, with your hair blowing. I mean, that was.
Oh yeah.
He's taken some good
It's a
pictures
classic.
that really they get shared around online, and I mean it's a great thing that you guys are doing. I mean you're out there and it's just promo. We're talking how if a band plays a show and there's hardly anybody there, if you or Eric are there and you get a picture, it's totally worth it because at least something's coming out of it.
Yeah, and I did hear on your interview earlier. In your 24-hour stream here, that Walt had talked about, on tour by himself, and how do you do social media when you're playing the show and you can't really take pictures of yourself and promote your show when you don't have an entourage or even a tour manager with. But I was just at the Tall Tree show at Stone Arch, and took lots of pictures, audio with permission, and video and so forth. And went up to him and said, "Hey, I'm going to send you a link, Google Drive, download all the stuff. Don't tag me, use whatever you want." And he's like, "Man, that's great," because, he didn't have anyone there taking pictures or anything. And he did. He used, he kind of edited a video and he made some little edits and cuts and put a little effects on it or whatever. But, I'm like, that's awesome. Well, that's cool. Exactly what I wanted you to do. Use it. I'm like, I'm grabbing it just for us.
Right.
But if you can use it, yeah,
That
use
is
it.
the hardest thing, is getting video and photo from shows. Like, it really is. It's
Yeah, and I
almost
mean,
an
it's like
afterthought.
when you have to, nowadays when you're kind of expected to post content
Right.
and that sort of
Constantly,
stuff, and it's like you need the content, and so yeah, getting it, we're just giving it, we're just like, here, use it.
Yeah.
I saw some great content from Modern Haunting, the body horror, the video.
Yeah.
That's great.
Been having fun with that. That was, I don't know. I'm trying new stuff with it because I'm really, really proud of that song, and I'm just trying to get it out to as many people as possible. I re-downloaded TikTok.
Disgusting.
Disgusting, but it's helping get it out there.
It did.
I
But
don't
pop off a little bit.
I don't scroll at all. I just post my stuff and then close the app.
All right.
But yeah,
And then you send me like 17 reels that I never look at.
I like reels are fun because
Reels are the new junk mail.
yeah, it's true.
It's factual.
But yeah, it's tough. It's like I don't know how to. Like nobody knows how to promote a song. Like you just get lucky with it, and so it's tough when it's like, this is the one I want everyone to hear. So I'm just throwing everything at the wall and doing stupid videos of myself dancing, and I don't know.
What do we got here?
this,
Oh, the trumpet.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That was rule, dude.
That's a Herm picture.
You just
That's classic.
Herm just sent that over, so I figured he wanted it,
Yeah.
Shout,
displayed there. So that's a good example of some of the stuff that
Yes.
Fox Cities Live is doing.
Scopelton was so fun.
That was so fun.
Yeah, that reminds. Yeah, you guys should do cake. I mean that.
That's
that
what I'm
picture
saying.
right there's totally cake.
Well, I need to buy a new trumpet because that one, the first valve is like broken. So it did not go great. The actuals, but I got a cool picture out of it. So
And that's all that matters.
that's
So
what I'm saying. Everyone,
Yep.
you see a guy like that, a picture like that, you're like, this dude knows how to play trumpet.
So here's something for you and Herm to think about. I always thought it'd be great to create an app where, like, if the people are already built in on the bottom, like a crowd. So if there's nobody at the show, it's almost like a filter that's just people at the bottom.
Genius.
And then you can,
Oh my
get it
God.
right so that you have the people on stage, you have all the back of the heads on the bottom. and then click. Looks like a ton
That
of
is
people are there.
Genius.
Nice.
You could charge like $2.99 for it.
Yeah.
Somebody
It'll
would think
add up.
they needed it. They'd
And-
buy it and then be like, I'm not going to use this. Or they'd use it once. You made $2.99 in your pocket.
$2.99 a month.
Yeah.
Because they'll forget about it.
That's the thing.
And then that's one of those subscriptions that'll just,
Yep.
10 years from now going, we made good money on that.
Yep.
There is a free version, but like it has like the crowd is like the eye stock like thing where it's like half grayed out and the watermark is like weirdly cropped out.
And there's an unskippable ad every 2 minutes.
Have you guys done subscriptions? I did the 2 months free of the Panera Sip Club, and I'm afraid like I'm going to forget. But I always put in my Google Calendar like cancel this like 2 days before.
I hate Panera bread.
Whoa! Wait!
Whoa.
Stop the presses!
Yeah, whoa.
Hold on.
We just moved into the 3 a.m. hour.
I realize that like a late night Collin is not a very like happy guy. Like he's just kind of
not as happy
firing
as
on.
normal.
Their
It
lemonade
tastes like
kills me.
hospital food. It's the blandest stuff I've ever had in my life.
Maybe we're just ordering the wrong thing.
I've had half the menu. The drinks are fine.
I will
The
say,
drinks are fine. The food is disgusting.
I don't go to Panera often, but when I do, no matter what you ask for, you get the chips. You can ask for the apple, you could ask for the piece of bread, you're getting the chips. No matter what.
Is it just like plain chips?
They're kettle chips, but they just give them to you no matter what
But
you
like
ask
plain
for.
kettle chips?
I mean, they got salt on them.
Whatever. In the year of our Lord 2025, I need something to keep me like driven. I need chips. I need chips with salt and vinegar on them. I need chips with ketchup,
Colin's
like the
got
ketchup flavored chips.
Where do you think that stems from? Let's get into this.
A lot of salt coming from Collin tonight.
Salty.
Let me tell you. What else do I hate? Long lines at the mall. Don't like that. I don't like going to the movie theater and then it's like you're in there for the previews, but like it's pre-previews.
Yeah, just
and they have like
ads.
trivia and it's just ads and it's the same trivia question each time. And I'm like, all right. So it's like the first time around, I'm like, oh, it's B, and I'm like, no, you're wrong. It's C. I was like, dang it. And then it comes back around. I'm like, at least I know it this time. It's C.
They could just
Next question.
tell you what time the movie actually starts too, but they want you to sit there and
They
eat your
want
whole
you.
popcorn, so then you have to get more popcorn.
You have to go, and then you miss.
And they wonder why people
part of the
aren't going
movie.
to
You
the
miss.
theater anymore.
You're watching The Hobbit, the unexpected journey, and then you missed the part where Gandalf kisses Gimli on his big old lips, and
You missed the whole thing because you had to get up and pee because you drank your giant 72-ounce slushie during the 45 minutes of commercials where Greg Marcus is up there telling you about how great his company is. Just tell me when the movie starts.
You guys brought a board game today that
Yeah.
we probably
Yeah.
you want to tell us
Should we
what
do it?
Well,
let's do it.
All right.
Just so you know, it might get a little scary in here.
Yeah. Do we have to dim the lights for a Ouija board?
here, I think I can figure something out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Is there a smoke machine in here?
I've never done a Ouija board before.
Yeah.
Full
No,
disclosure.
I'm actually real life scared right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out if this building is haunted.
Andy was telling me earlier when he was in here alone that he was getting a little spooked out being in a an empty building and not being sure who's walking around the halls.
All right, you know what? It's early, it's late, it's 3 a.m. I'm going to share deep personal parts of my actual real life right now because that's what the people are here for.
Yeah. Let's get real.
I've been watching a bunch of like playthroughs of people playing the old Five Nights at Freddy's games.
Scary.
And it's been scaring me a lot because my AC that I just got working again like makes a noise every like 45 minutes and it just scares me.
How do we get this on the... Oh, you can see it well enough.
Okay.
Icon.
Todd has to attest to what's happening here.
Yeah, you... So...
Right? Ready?
Okay.
Herm sent this one if you look at the
Oh. Oh, that one's cool.
That's
I
my-
love
yeah,
that
one's
photo.
really good. Okay, Collin, no faking.
All right.
Do you promise?
Pinky swear.
Okay. If there are any spirits in the studio with us tonight, can you say something to us?
What's happening?
Stop, Collin.
I don't know.
It said... Stop it. You're moving it.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. It says... S?
Yeah.
What does S mean? Collin, stop. Collin's moving it. You can't.
I've never done one of these before.
If you make fun of the ghosts, they're gonna haunt you.
Oh shit, you're right.
Oh.
G? SG? That's a guitar.
That's a guitar.
Yeah.
S again?
SG's multiple ones.
SG's.
SGs.
What is your name?
F.
F?
That's F.
Oh.
R? You're doing this. All right. You're not taking
I'm
this.
not.
You're
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay.
Take the spirits.
F R.
It's Frank.
B? C?
It looks like C.
FRC?
FRC is that
Father C?
F? Well, like FRC are the initials probably.
FRC.
Fox
River
Church.
Core.
Columbia.
Cord.
Radio.
Core.
Fox Radio Core.
Wait, it's moving again.
Oh. S.
S?
The Ouija board doesn't have a lot for radio.
T?
Okay.
S? I'm too scared.
STS.
Hold on. Colin,
What?
Spirit, we're going to say goodbye to you now.
Yeah,
This
we can't
isn't-
do this.
This is an audio medium. Wait, put your hand on
I
it.
think he's futzing.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That was really scary.
You know, that would have been better.
It's hard hitting.
I'll edit that and I'll put some scary music in there.
Yeah, thank you, please.
We bought this for the first ever Modern Haunting show was at the Vaudette with Before Dawn, and we made a funny video with this,
That's
and it's
right.
been in my basement ever since because I've been scared to use it.
So that's actually a historic Modern Haunting artifact.
This is this can be yours for the Lola price of $8,000.
Yep. Now accepting bids.
Was it like a music video you shot with it, or
It
It was
promo?
a promo video, and the Ouija board was telling us all the details about the event. It was pretty funny.
I got a gift for you, Andy. I could have given it to you like an hour ago.
Colin, you already gave me a gift. That nice low button shirt.
Thank you. I just bought this yesterday.
You just bought it.
Andy, I'm attempting to soul read you right now. I've got a drink for you,
Oh boy.
and I think you're gonna like it. I don't know not too much about what you like and don't like in terms of beverages.
If you don't like it, you can tell him.
You can tell me. I won't take it too personally. I got you this liquid death.
Oh.
It is tea lemonade. It's called Dead Billionaire.
It's an Arnold Palmer.
So yeah, I don't know. Let me know if you like that or not.
I've never had this before, but
Yeah, I haven't either.
I have. They're very good.
Yeah?
If you like an Arnold Palmer.
I love Arnold Palmer's.
Todd, can I drink this in front of you?
why not?
Well, you didn't have one, so.
Todd, are you a
do.
billionaire?
Do you want to
No,
sip out of it
gosh,
before
no.
I drink it?
No, thank you.
Okay.
You're spreading germs over here.
Whoa.
This is good, and this isn't even like a Coke. I see
Oh.
Charlie's drinking a.
So I had a
Mountain
sparkling,
Liquid Death as well.
sparkling water and a Diet Coke.
I had coffee and a Diet Coke.
Yeah, it's
Oh, that's
3
a
a.m.
big sip.
Oh, that's really good after drinking so much coffee.
I'm sure. Yeah, dude. The one that's like the sparkling water, that one that tastes like Dr Pepper, is really good. It's like it's not perfectly Dr Pepper, but if you're like, it's so much
Trying
better
to
for you.
Save on your sugar intake. Yeah. We don't drink Diet Coke as we are right now, but we
It's
used to
for
drink
the
so much
camera.
Diet Coke,
It's for the cameras.
and then I couldn't drink Diet Coke for like.
Part of your sponsorship deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've sent no less than 17 emails trying to get something.
I'm trying
And
to get Adidas to sponsor us because we wore
We've
all
moved forward.
Adidas we played at Reptile Palace last week, and we decided we're gonna wear all Adidas.
Yeah, it went pretty hard. It was
went
good.
pretty hard.
Well, you guys, we're gonna have to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Any thing you want to plug or anything
Yeah.
coming up that we can throw out there besides checking out Body Horror, which people
Yep.
should.
Please check out Body Horror. I'm doing a solo set on Friday. at the Green Bay UFO Museum with Lavish Waste and System Exclusive,
What
who
else? I'm looking at the camera. I don't care.
have come all the way from Pasadena to play this show. They played at the Tracks last October, and I think many people can attest that that was one of the best shows of the year. So
That's
you
true.
should come to that.
Collin Palooza is going to be July 11th. That's my birthday show I do every year. It's going to be at Frets and Friends. It is going to be with Soul True. He's coming down for it. And then The Lately. And then Wood Violet.
Yeah.
Very nice. And
Yeah.
then last year, the French Irish Coalition did a great Collin Palooza video for that.
That's
Which
so
that
good.
could be resurrected and used again for this year.
I mean, that's the thing. That's a timeless song, you know? They just got to change the lyrics from the bands to be the new bands.
Yeah.
Well, it's always a fun time when
Yeah.
Charlie and Collin are here. Thank you for coming, especially at this late hour. And
corn
Todd,
dog.
Yeah, Todd.
Corn dog.
Yeah, that's
Were you-
right. Get it right.
were you guys surprised when Todd was here?
I heard him
great
say
surprise.
corn dog from around the corner. I was like,
yelled it.
Todd's here. Yes.
I yelled it down the steps.
It was so good.
Well, you guys, again, honored to have you here.
Thanks for
Happy
having
to
us.
be
Come
here.
anytime. Todd, great having you here.
Yeah, we'll see you in about 14 minutes.
We're going to
What?
No, let's turn around, come back.
we are going to end the show, and then of course we're going to continue broadcasting on the station, and we're going to play Body Horror again.
Yes.
And
Oh yeah, I submitted Big Bad Mama is coming out soon. The Wood Violet song Big Bad Mama will be out in like 2 days.
Finally.
actually,
Yeah.
you know what, I'm glad you said that, because instead of Body Horror again, well, actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll do Body Horror again, and then Wood Violet, Hear Me Out
Nice.
after
Can't
that.
wait.
So.
Yeah.
Any parting words, you guys?
I gotta get up for work in
When
like 3
you
hours.
when you take a shower, don't forget to clean in between your toes and behind your ears.
And thank you, Andy, for doing this
Yeah,
awesome
Andy.
stream. This is really cool.
This is really slick. We've been geeking out about it since we heard about it.